Have you ever felt like you're working harder than ever, pouring everything into your salon, but you're still wondering when it's all going to pay off? Today, I am going to break down the 3 phases that I see every clean and sustainable salon owner go through on their journey. Whether you're just starting out or you're well on your way, knowing the phases that you're in can help you make a difference in moving forward. And guess what? These phases align beautifully with the rewiring and subconscious belief systems, a key part of what I teach in the Holistic Salon Academy. If you're ready to create a salon business that thrives, but also aligns with your values of clean, holistic, and sustainable practices, then you're in the right place. Whether you're just getting started on your journey or you're already running a successful salon but crave more impact and clarity, this podcast is for you. I'm going to dive deep into mindset, systems, and strategies that help salon owners like you grow and scale your business while staying true to your purpose. Every week, we are going to have real conversations about the challenges, the successes of running a holistic salon. And I'll give you my insider tips. So if you're ready to transform your salon into a powerhouse of purpose, profit, and peace, let's get started. Welcome back to another episode of the Impactful Salon Owners Podcast, where I break down the strategies, systems, and mindset shifts necessary to build a thriving, sustainable salon. I'm Jacqueline Rodriguez, your host, a salon owner and coach dedicated to helping you align your business with your values of clean and sustainable beauty. In today's episode, we are going to dive into each of the 3 phases of owning a holistic salon: the investment phase, the break-even phase, and the payoff phase. Each one of these phases comes with its own challenges and breakthroughs, and I'm here to guide you through on how to navigate them. All right, so let's dive right into it. So the first phase is the investment phase. This investment phase is where every clean and sustainable salon journey begins. You're pouring your time, your money, your energy into your salon more than you're getting back. And it's about laying the groundwork, really building that solid foundation with clean and sustainable practices and holistic values. And this is when you're starting to just put things into place. It feels like a huge investment and you're not seeing immediate results. And the hardest part about this and why it's so challenging is because when you start to put these things into place, you also might be wondering if you made the right choice by choosing a sustainable path. Probably wondering if your investment is going to start to pay off. And it is feeling hard and heavy. It's where you feel maybe the most insecure about your decisions, but also maybe you feel a little lost or frustrated. And this is the key part where even though you're feeling all of these things and it's completely validated, yes, it's hard, yes, you're feeling these, and you may be feeling alone, it is when you get to keep moving forward because you know that what you want is on the other side of this uncomfortable, unknown situation, right? Every single salon owner, myself included, that was the hardest part. I cannot even tell you how many times I wanted to give up and just quit and go back to the easy, proven, tried and true traditional methods because it just seemed like less work. I didn't have to look for so many different things. I didn't have to research so many different things. I was able to just plug and play and do what I was doing before. And truth be told, in that moment when I was working at other traditional salons, I wasn't happy. I didn't feel like myself. So even though it was really hard, you stay true to it and you will get to the next phase. But how you navigate through this phase is by sticking with it and just really holding on and remembering what's on the other side of your commitment. And once you figure that out and you can stay committed, the next thing I want to say is find like-minded people. Because being an entrepreneur can feel very lonely, and it doesn't have to be, right? It's already hard enough just running a business, being a stylist, running a salon, trying to figure out all the ins and outs. When you add on that extra layer of clean and sustainable, it does add on a little bit more stress and frustration because you're trying to figure out what's going to work for you. You're trying to figure out in this first phase of the investment phase, it's not just time and money you're investing, but you're investing your heart into your business, right? You're putting what is important to you into your business so that you can create that unique environment where clients are going to absolutely love it, because you're going to find the clients who absolutely have been looking for your unique approach to beauty. So it can feel lonely, but I promise you there are people out there who are feeling the same way, who want to build a business that focuses on something bigger than just bringing in a profit. So, I have a few places that I look for. Obviously I am, really tied to the Green Beauty community, which is an amazing community to really connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs who are doing the same thing, right? Find somebody who fits your vibe, who can help you, hold you accountable, help you through those harder times, and you can bounce ideas off of each other, right? So if you don't find it in the Green Beauty community, get out there and start talking to other salon owners or get into Facebook groups. And if you can't find somebody in like the beauty industry or another salon owner, find another entrepreneur who is focused more on that clean and sustainable journey, because that is something unique and you can bounce ideas off of each other and help each other figure out new innovative ways to incorporate it into each of your businesses. So find those spaces. All right, so next phase is the break-even phase. This is when things start to even out. You're seeing some return on the investment and time and resources that you've been putting into it. The salon is gaining momentum. However, this stage can be tricky because you're seeing some success and it's tempting to go big and to start adding more and more things on to your plate. But I caution you to just take a few moments, get everything that you've already built really into a secure place before you start adding more things on. So when I was in this phase, I was so excited because it finally was taking off. I had clients who were looking for me, coming in, raving about my salon, bringing in their friends, their family, and everything. So it was feeling really, really good. And I got excited. There's so many different things that I wanted to start to put into place in the salon. So I started to change and want to grow really fast at this point. But the whole thing is I'm not making a huge profit yet because we're at that break even. Everything I invested in the beginning, including my time, was starting to even out where I didn't have to spend so much time researching, evaluating things, putting new procedures into place. I had set that foundation. So now I had a lot of free time. And that's what happened to me is I had tons of free time and I'm like, oh, there was these other projects that I really wanted to put into place in the salon. So I filled that time instead of just enjoying it. Enjoying to see reap the rewards of my business starting to really take off. So what I would say with this is just enjoy that phase for a little bit. Let it marinate, start seeing what's working, what's not. tweak things here and there, but don't try to grow way too fast or add way too many different projects on, because you're going to end up going right back to square one if you do that. And while you're in this phase, it's time to redefine all of the things that you've put into place and just tweak it to make sure that it's, one, working for the clients and you're creating that amazing experience. Two, you want to make sure that it's working for your staff, your stylists, the people working for you. Are they overworked? Are they happy? Are they working just the right amount of hours? How do they feel about the process? So you want to take note of how each of the processes that you've already put in place, you've laid the foundation, but how are they acting, and working a few months from now, a year from now, so that you can tweak little by little, because this is going to be a phase like you're going to go in and out of, right? You're going to have times where you really do need to just kind of come back to the basics and see how the foundation that you've created is still working. And then you'll be able to see even more of a payoff. But you want to make sure that this is the time that you're tweaking things, not only for your clients, not only for your staff, for yourself. Are you happy with the schedule? Are you happy with the new services? Are you attracting the right clients? You may be hitting break even where you're making more money, but are we evaluating and making sure that we are attracting the right clients? Maybe there's tweaks there in your messaging or your advertisement or your social media that might need to be made if you're still not attracting quite the client that you've been dreaming about, right? Or maybe you are, attracting that ideal dream client, and at that point you've got a good solid foundation. And then we are breaking even, we're seeing how things are working out, and then you can start to move to the next step. Now, the third phase is the payoff phase. And this payoff phase is everyone's dream. This is when everything you have worked for finally pays off. You've built the systems, the processes, the loyal client base that aligns with your values, and your salon is running smoothly. And now you're able to focus on the freedom of growth and maybe even growing and expanding. Now, this phase does come with its own challenges because it's easy to become complacent or lose focus on what brought you success in the first place. Just like we have seen, right? You've done so well on something and it does become second nature, but we forget to dive back in. And it's always about checking on things, reevaluating how things are working, and seeing where you get to up level a little bit and maybe make things a little bit better, and checking in to make sure that it still works for you. I know I said this in the last phase, but this is something that you're going to want to always do. I don't think that we think about that enough to really evaluate what's working. Even though your salon is at this point paying off, it is running smoothly, you love what's happening, but you want to make sure that you reevaluate all the little pieces of how things are running to make sure that it continues to stay aligned. And, just like we have different seasons in our life, you want to make sure that it continues to be aligned with who you are in that season, where your salon is going. Like if you're starting to grow and expand, that will make a big difference. And then having fun with it, right? Seeing all that you have accomplished. In each one of these phases, you get to look at how far you have come and give yourself so much credit, because this type of work, I've said it once, I'll keep saying it, it's just a whole different level of being an entrepreneur, when you add these layers in of clean and sustainable and holistic, because we have to think of things from a different perspective. And quite honestly, it's easier sometimes to just not have to think of it, not have to work from a different perspective than the rest of society when we're going through these different phases. And no matter where you're at right now, right? Whether you're just getting started and you are still in that investment of your time, your money, your energy, or maybe you're hitting that break even and you're starting to see how things are coming together and you're starting to see the momentum. Or maybe you already are here and you are at the payoff stage where you have made it. You see the success. You've built a dream clientele, a dream team. And no matter where you're at, remember to celebrate. Remember to give yourself so much kudos for continuing to do the work, continuing to re-innovate, evaluate, and push through all of these things. And then share that. Share that with your team, share it with your clients, share it with your family and your friends, because you've done so amazing and you're doing something that really is such a big deal. Not too long ago, I found myself in a place of, I don't know, I just kind of felt lost again, because in my circle, the people that I have surrounded myself with are all entrepreneurs and like hardworking, passion-driven. They absolutely love what they're doing and they're continuing to move forward and do really big things. And I don't know, I kind of felt like I wasn't doing enough. And I also felt like what I was saying, like people already knew. And then I remember I heard that still only like 9%, don't quote me on this, it's not a statistic that I researched before, but it was just another conversation we were having with someone that only a very small percentage of the beauty industry knows about clean and sustainable beauty. Another small percent out of the billions of people, millions, billions, however many we have here, out of all of those people, it's still a very small percentage that know how and what it takes to run a clean and sustainable business. So making sure that you check in with yourself, you celebrate yourself, and you remember that it is an ongoing thing, right? Even when you hit the payoff, you're going to have cycles where you're feeling like you're investing again, right? When I took my salon from just being a salon, successful, loved all the ins and outs, and then I decided that the message needed to be bigger, that I needed to start coaching and sharing that knowledge. Guess what? I started right back at the investment phase. And the investment phase can take a while. It can take quite a bit of time. And then, the payoff or the break-even phase also can take time. So just reminding yourself that if you find yourself in one of the phases over again, it's okay. You've got the steps, you've got the tools to make it successful. If you stay disciplined and passionate about what you're doing, you can make it through all of these phases. And it really is about tying all the pieces together. Once you have figured out the steps and the procedures and the systems, making sure to document them and have them in place and use as many automations as possible. I love creating automations. Once I have a system that I like and I know that works, put that into automation. You're always going to come back and tweak them, but make your life easier. Because once you have automations and you can create the same experience over and over again, it makes that payoff phase come even faster. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that it just gave you some hope and excitement that you, no matter where you're at in these phases, that you can move quickly to the next phase. It's just going to take dedication, commitment, and work with others around you. Reach out. I'm always here on the DM. You can message me and I will respond. There's other people. Join the Green Beauty community. We are all about inspiring, educating, and lifting the beauty industry up. I hope this podcast was inspiring and helpful. If you liked it, please comment, share, and send me a DM and let me know what phase you're in and where you might be struggling. Let me see how I can help support you to get to that next level. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Impactful Salon Owners Podcast. I hope today's episode gave you valuable insight and inspiration to take your salon to the next level. Before you go, I wanted to remind you that the Holistic Salon Academy is opening up soon. So if you're ready to dive deeper into clean, holistic, and sustainable salon practices and build a truly impactful business, be sure to join the waitlist. By signing up, you'll be the first to access all of the details and exclusive content before anyone else. You definitely don't want to miss out. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed this one, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It helps to grow the show and reach more salon owners just like you. And lastly, come hang out with me on Instagram at Clean Beauty Biz Coach, where I'm a real-life person who loves to connect with you. I'm always in my DMs answering your questions and would love to chat more over there. Thanks again for being here, and remember, every step forward is a step towards lasting change. Until next time.